Hey, what's up, my friend Daniel here, and I'm super excited to have you watching this video. I am joined by seven-figure affiliate Matthew Neer over here, which I could not be more excited to be sharing the stage, if you will, and this video with you because more importantly, I wanted to kind of peel back the layers and peel back the onion a little bit and talk to Matthew about really how he got his start, but more specifically, why he started to, you know, do something like the list leverage system when he has been a strong seven-figure online earner and didn't necessarily need the list leverage system, but brought that into play. And I couldn't be more excited to be part of the list leverage family and the community, and it is working great for me. But before we get into that, Matthew, first off, thank you so much for being here and joining me on this video today. And why don't you just kind of say hello and let everybody know, just real quick who you are and why you're excited to be here.
Hey, Daniel, what's up, man? What's up? Thank you for having me. Pleasure to be here and share a couple of secrets, tricks of the trade, and just a couple of cool things that list building and email has done for me in my life and my business. And yeah, let's get into it, man. But what do you want to know first?
Well, if you would just get everybody a quick snapshot. So obviously, we're excited for list leverage. We're excited for where that's going. We got some new funnels coming out, some income streams, all of that sort of good stuff, which we'll get into. But before list leverage became a thing for you, what were you doing to kind of lead up to that? Where did you get your start and how did you get to really where you are today?
Yeah, so I mean, it all revolves around the list, right? So I was doing these things called solo ads back in the day, where I would buy and sell solo ads and trade traffic through email lists, and built a pretty significant sized list doing that, and making 10,000 plus a month, and it was going good and everything. But what I kind of realized in the solo ad space is a few things, right? Number one, it's hard to get quality in that space. There's just some weird stuff going on sometimes. And then also, it's really hard to have an edge, to have an advantage in the solo ad space, right? So it's basically like if everyone has and can generate leads in the exact same way, there's no leverage point, right? There's no way for you to really get ahead. You're just trading dollar for dollar, click for click, and there's no real advantage point. So what I just kept thinking about, like, how do I have leverage in this market? How can, like, if I could just turn one lead into two without any additional effort on my part, without spending another dollar, then I would have a massive, massive edge in that market. And it would allow me to buy more traffic and grow bigger faster than everybody else. And ultimately to get a gigantic list that I can show and offer to and make money with, either with my own stuff, a primary opportunity, an affiliate program, or whatever it is, right? The goal is to get that audience in your pocket so that you can show them something and make money with, whatever it is that you want to offer to them, right? So that's kind of how list leverage started. And the idea of a viral pass up started is that now, for the first time ever, you can sort of have what I would call like a vendor effect, right? Sort of an affiliate effect, right? So when you're a product vendor, you have affiliates that promote your offer for free on a rev share basis, right? And so what happens is that's incredibly powerful. Now, all of a sudden, you have the leverage of tens, hundreds, even thousands of affiliates at the same time, driving traffic to your offer. And now you're able to collect that data through an email capture page, right? And that's incredibly powerful because now all of a sudden, it's not just one person working to build your list. You have hundreds of people, maybe thousands of people working to build your list. And now you have leverage, right? So, but the major obstacle in that is, wow, it's really hard to create a product and be a vendor, right? There's a lot of moving pieces. Most people get hung up on the tech stuff or like creating the offer, the sales material. I mean, and that's just a few variables on the top of my head. Like there's literally hundreds of different things that go into creating and launching an offer as a product vendor, right? So I was like, okay, having affiliates is clearly powerful, but like, do you really want to do all the work to have the product? Not necessarily, right? That's definitely a big step. So what list leverage does is it gives you the offer. It's already done for you. And then it also allows you to have what's called a viral pass up. So now, for the first time ever, you're able to have the leverage of affiliates without necessarily having the offer yourself. And that, my friends, is the power of the pass up.
So, I mean, to call it what it is, I mean, you are making good money, obviously. I mean, 7-figure super affiliate. I know you got awards for that, correct?
Yeah, let me just flash you one of these bad boys here. So we got ClickBank Platinum here, and that was a pretty cool award. Did about $1 million in sales that year with one offer, and man, it was fun, a lot of fun, in fact, and built a crazy powerful list from that. And I mean, that list, I mean, allowed me to travel the world, make money from anywhere in the world as long as I have a laptop and a Wi-Fi connection. And something else with that list that I did that was pretty unique, which I did for the first time with one of my lists. It was when people joined it, I basically just said, hey, you're joining my list because you're here to get offers, right? They want to make money. So I made this sort of paradigm shift in my mind and in my business that said, okay, I'm going to now show them offers as the value, right? So when you make that switch in your head and you realize that like the offer is the value, now all of a sudden that barrier that a lot of people have to selling or to like recommending a product or like saying, hey, go buy this to your list it now comes down, right? All of a sudden you realize like, oh, it's my job as a list owner. It's my obligation as a list owner to show people offers because that is where the value is, right? Like literally, like until there's a transaction, until you transact, nothing like value is an exchange, right? So you got to get offers in front of people, and then you got to get them to buy that so the person, the customer, the client can have a result. They can make a change. They can receive what it is that they want. And a lot of times in the business opportunity space, the affiliate space, the make money online space, it is freedom, right? That we're after, right? It's yep. Getting away from the job or the cubicle, or for me, it was fear of going into the cubicle. I did whatever I could to avoid that and to get out of that. And the way that I sort of swerved the 9-to-5 cubicle job is just focusing on list building and showing my list offers. And that really is what led to freedom and the ability to travel the world and win cool awards. And now we got stuff like List Leverage here available to people who want to sort of get their start in, like you hear this age old saying, right? The money's in the list, right? And it absolutely is 100% true. And that's why you got to do everything in your power to get people on your list so you can show them offers and so you can make money.
Well, I think that is the perfect segue because for me, I've been in, multiple other businesses over the last 5 years. I've, hit the leaderboards or the top of the leaderboard and, many of the opportunities that I've been in. And I'm not bragging. It's just, when you get really dedicated and you stay consistent, you take action, you have those opportunities. And I got to say, it wasn't necessarily the List Leverage system itself that attracted me in. It was exactly what you just said, because it was that paradigm shift. I think I was watching one of your live calls in the List Leverage community, and you specifically said those words that people get on your list because they want to make money. And for me, that phrase, that saying was kind of like that paradigm shift, because at the time, I think I had 30,000+ people on my email list. And I thought to myself, I've always been the value guy, let me be myself. Let me be natural. Let me be real, truthful, sometimes brutally honest, but I'll always give people the truth. And I put value out there, value. And I always only promoted one thing. But in doing so, I had to ask myself the question, the hard question, and the hard truth was, are all 30-something thousand people going to join me in my primary business if that's all I'm promoting? And the obvious answer was no. Obviously, no, they're not. So I was listening to what you were saying, and I was like, I could feel it starting to shift. And then I noticed inside the List Leverage system, because one of the calls, this is what you guys were talking about, was this product called Broadcast Mentor. And for you, obviously a 7-figure super affiliate, someone who has built up, a list of hundreds of thousands of people, that course specifically was that over-the-shoulder view of how you email your list and how you email, various offers to your list and how you essentially send emails and make money. So I was like, okay, I think this is something that I need to get my hands on. I think this is something that I need to go see for myself, because again, when I gave myself that question, I asked myself that question, and I had to take the hard, swallow the pill and be like, okay, I'm not monetizing my list. I'm just not. Let's just call it what it is. So they say like acceptance is the first step in, progress and change, right? So I accepted that. I went through the course, and I was like, okay, I like what I'm seeing so far. I started taking the information that was in that course. I started applying it. I started learning how to go get other affiliate offers, send out emails, and also not just, sending out an email, but there was a certain style to how you sent emails, a certain verbiage and a language that you use, which started for me generating better open rates, more clicks, and more sales. And I was like, man, there's something here, and I'm starting to really like this. And then from there, of course, like, once you open up the can, then I started diving further into, the list leverage products and the list leverage training. I started paying more attention to the list leverage community, watching more of the daily leverage calls, attending the live weekly trainings on Thursdays. And the more I started to submerge myself into really, I would call some of those basics. I've always been, even back to my MLM days, like 5 years ago when I was building lists and leverage with another system, I always focused on three, really main principles, like work on you, drive traffic, and follow up. And one of the things I very quickly realized was that the list leverage system and the list leverage community and trainings, really that's what you guys focus on. You guys keep it stupid simple, where it's like, work on yourself, because you and one of your partners, Greg, talk about the mindset shift all the time, and staying dedicated and driven to working on yourself, driving traffic, and following up. And for me, it was just one of those things. I was like, man, this just really makes sense, and I really need to get into this. And then obviously, since I started kind of actively promoting list leverage, the system went to work for me. And I think, what did we share in the Facebook group the other day? It was a little over $24,000 in a 2-month time frame. So it's like,
is that what you're at now? 24K in 2 months?
Yeah. So it's like,
woo,
it works,
Oh, man. DK, I think you're going to be the next 6-figure earner here, without a question, man, without a question. So that's super exciting, bro. I love hearing that. And and you're just a man of action. So you're going out there crushing it, applying it directly, busting a couple of myths in the marketplace along the way. And man, I just love it, dude. I just love it. So is that what attracted you to this? Is initially seeing, and implementing and seeing the results of what sort of my mailing style and broadcast mentor did for you? I think if I'm not mistaken, you did 10K your first month in just ClickBank commissions from that offer. Is that right?
Yeah. It was basically applying what I learned in the Broadcast Mentor course that really opened up the door in many different levels, obviously income, but really kind of the mindset and psychology behind how to properly email my list. And, you can take the word properly and use it loosely. But for me, when I was looking at, was, again, cold hard facts for myself, like, was I monetizing my list? No, I was not. I had built up a pretty, 37,000 people on an email list is a pretty good sized list, but I knew I wasn't getting the most out of it. And then the aha moment was when I went through Broadcast Mentor and I started emailing out various offers. When I started doing that, I was blown away by the fact that, like, my list was buying so many different offers. So it's like, they weren't just, ho-hum bored with what I was sending out. They were hungry. And I took what you said, which was people join your list because they want to make money. And they did. They wanted to make money. So I sent them various offers. And like you said, the offer is the value. And, they were taking me up on it 100%.
So let's go into a couple of key things here, man. So you had one that you mentioned here that was basically, you mentioned a moment ago, hey, it's not all about sending your list one thing all the time, right? Because they want to buy different things. This was a huge one for me too, man. This is something I had to overcome early in the email game, because it's just like, man, you want to sell. Like most people that come into this industry, they have something already that they want to sell, right? And that's all they want to sell, because it's like they either created it, they joined it, or they're just a part of it somehow, or maybe it's even a service that they have, right? They want to just sell that. And typically it's only a small fraction of percentage of people are actually going to buy your main deal. I hate to break it to you guys. It's just the reality of what the numbers say. Okay. I wish it was different, but it's not, right? So people, a small percentage of people that join your list will join you in your main deal, right? But at the same time, like we have this concept called the funded proposal, right? And that's really at the end of the day what list leverage is. And it's a system designed to get you viral leads on your list that then sell products for you that we create and offer for you, that we create, we sell, we present, we close for you, right? All through email follow-up and everything like that inside the system. And then that's designed to help you cover the cost of advertising out there in the marketplace and even turn a profit in some cases. And then now you break even on your list growth, right? So now you grow this fat list essentially for free, right? Because you're making sales along the way. And now you have that list, right? Now you've acquired that audience, and now you can show them something again and again and again and again. And guess what, folks? That could be, I mean, here's another myth in the industry that, once you see it, it's just obvious, right? Just obvious, but like everyone doesn't do it for whatever reason. In your email, you can have more than one link. You could have 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever you want, right? So a lot of times what's going to happen in your email is once you start emailing for a while, you learn how to get your opens up, learn how to get some click-throughs, right? You learn how to, that's pretty basic stuff, but once you learn how to do that, again, back to the fundamentals are key. Once you learn how to do that stuff, once you learn how to get it open and a good click-through, and that percentage is high, now you can start introducing other links and offers into your emails. And oftentimes in the course that Daniel alluded to here called Broadcast Mentor, I'm literally rotating in 3-4 offers sometimes in different links and places inside the email. So guess what? You got your primary deal. You could always have your primary deal just as the PS, in your deal. And like, you can say whatever you want in the PS, right? PS, hey, this is my primary opportunity. Please click here to join me and see what I'm putting most of my attention on in business. But guess what? The first link could be up here at the top of your email. Oh, hey, I just found this really new cool tool that helps you create better videos. Or, hey, I just found this new offer that shows you how to rank videos in YouTube. Or, hey, I found this new offer that shows you how to get better open rates in email and make commissions in ClickBank or something else like that, right? So once you understand that, like the audience you're building in a targeted space, like the affiliate space, then there's essentially an unlimited amount of offers that you can show them and get paid to show them and still sell your primary deal all at the same time. The world changes for you.
Yeah, I think once you have that paradigm shift and you can realize that it's not, and this is what when I kind of first got going and I was rolling this out in my Facebook group, it's like not everybody on your list has to be your BFF. Like, it's not, you don't have to always like hug and kiss them and rub their back and, let them know everything's going to be okay. Sometimes it's okay to just email them an offer and see if they click on it, and that's one of the things that I learned by going through the Broadcast Mentor course. But then not only that, also applying it. And just like you're saying, sending out multiple different links in the email and generating multiple different sales from one email. So it just goes to show you that there is truth to the fact that people join your list because they want to make money. So it does in fact work when you learn how to do it the right way. And that's the true benefit that I got from it, is really learning how to monetize my list. But not only that, and this is what's also really cool, is two quick things. Is I had an existing list in one autoresponder, and then I joined List Leverage and I started building, a fresh list using the List Leverage system. So using, the whole proposal, the funnel, the multiple systems that are inside of List Leverage. So I started driving, traffic, building that list now to thousands and thousands of people. And I send out, the List Leverage offer plus other offers and still make additional sales. So now I got 2 different lists going. I'm making sales from both lists. But what's cool is, and this is where it gets really exciting, is looking at the system and how the whole system works and everything. Like the people that I'm bringing into the List Leverage system, some of them who I've never even spoken to, are turning around, going through the training, and obviously they're driving traffic. I'm getting passed up leads. I'm getting passed up sales. and now they're making money doing the same exact process. So, I just want to say from an affiliate standpoint, you and your partners have done an awesome job putting the system together because, plain and simple, it freaking works, and so it's not just learning how to really monetize your list. It's also using the system itself to leverage your list and monetize it even more.
Yeah, it's pretty cool when you see the pass ups starting to kick in, man. I mean, that's an amazing feeling. You see some of the top players here in the offer literally have tens of thousands of pass ups. And so, folks, what is a pass up? Well, in list leverage, when you have referrals on your team and they generate leads, they pass up 1 in every 5 leads they generate to you, to your email list, direct to you, unique data. It's not shared with any other reps, right? And so when a pass up happens, again, it's into your list, direct, you get that lead, it's your lead, no one else's, right? And so that works out to 20% of your referrals, lead generation efforts pass up to you into your list. And this is what I was talking about earlier, is that you sort of have the affiliate effect, right? Without being a vendor, okay? That's key. You're literally just an affiliate yourself, but you have affiliates now. That, my friends, when you get that and you see that the power of that, right? To build your list viral on autopilot, man, this is insane, right? This is insane. So what does it do? It incentivizes you to go out there and build a team and grow your referral base, right? So you can go out there and grow your referrals. And what happens is those referrals start to see the vision and they're like, oh, wow, I can get viral leads here. Oh, wow, I got to build a team. Oh, wow. Okay. For you, when you teach that to your team, that makes you go viral, right? And then that concept is then instilled into everyone we bring into the system here. And so now that happens, viral pass-ups happen. People plug into the multiple income streams here. There's high ticket in the back as well. There's other high ticket programs here, so really we take care of most of it for you. You have to do 2 things here. You have to, 1, be generating traffic and leads into the system. And then 2, working with people who buy the system and helping them see what you saw and grow it and grow your team, your referrals. And if you do that, I think, Daniel, you could attest to it, man. You're starting to see those pass-ups kick in and people just start buying stuff. And it's really cool, and it happens mostly on autopilot. A little bit of work to come in the first place, to get it kick-started and rolling. And also, of course, be a leader for your team and show your team how to do the same. But if you're willing to do those 2 things, I think that, anybody could crush it here.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And, even I think it was just on today's Tuesday. I think it was on Saturday. I was literally sitting downstairs on the couch reading a book, working on mindset, working on, literally fueling the brain with a good book. And I got a text message from, I got a $400 traffic commission. And I was like, oh man, this is cool. And then I looked in the list leverage back office and the same guy that bought a big traffic commission also went all in with Broadcast Mentor. I was like, dude, that's $900 in like, just a few minutes. I was sitting down here on the couch reading the book. So, and I had never talked to that guy at all. I've, reached out and tried to connect with him, but it's like, he doesn't need me to upgrade because the system does a great job of showing people the right information at the right time. So, I mean, it's just a shout out to you and your partners for putting together a solid system. It really helped me open up kind of my eyes to being able to monetize my list, but it's a great thing to drive traffic to and continue to build your list and then monetize it even further. So solid job, man. Solid job.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, it's not about me. It's not about the list leverage system. It's about you, and it's about you getting free. If you're listening to this, you probably want something more out of life, I would assume. So that's what it's about, right? It's about helping you attain freedom. The way that I did that in my life was I built an email list and I showed them offers, and
simple.
Yeah. Like the best things in life always seem to be really simple, Yep. So we try to keep it, foundational here at the basics. What is the core of what are we doing? What's making things happen? What's generating revenue? These sorts of things. I mean, and just a few other thoughts off the top of my head here before we close out is like, that's why, number 1, we created this system, because I could just not create this and go do email behind the scenes and no one would ever know my name and I could just go send mail and make millions of dollars doing that and that'd be fun. But truth of the matter is I love people. I want to help people. And I think it's really cool that and that's why I created Broadcast Mentor, because I think it's really cool that if I can just give you the gift of showing you how to build a list, how to mail, how to recommend offers, And once I can, so I filmed myself doing that for a month, right? Basically is what the product is I filmed myself just mailing and making money live. I just show you my accounts, my autoresponder, my list, the commissions I make in ClickBank. I think I made like $7,000 or $8,000 just in the course of a month. Building a list the same way we build a list in this leverage, right? So all variables, being equal, you could do the same if you watch that. And by the end of the course, if you see it, and there's only two outcomes you can have from the course. Either number one, you or somehow think I made it up or whatever, and you're like, then you have to go convince yourself that it's not real and like you never saw it, and like it's just, you have to erase it from your memory somehow. Because the other way is now you see that it is possible to build a list and you can get free doing it if you could just send 100 clicks a day. And once you see that, you can't unsee it. It's like you open Pandora's box and now the information is with you forever. You must either move every obstacle in your way out of the way to go get that list and your freedom, or convince yourself it's not real. So what's it going to be, man? What's it going to be for you?
Well, I'll tell you, just really quick on that note too, like going through the Broadcast Mentor course, I don't even know what lesson it was. It was like most of the lessons, I would be on, let's just say I was on lesson 3, and then I'm looking over your shoulder and you're writing the email. I would literally watch a couple of minutes of the video. I would pause it. I would go over to my autoresponder. I would open up, I would create the subject line, and I wouldn't copy it word for word, but I would copy it close to what you were saying. And then I would go back, I would watch another couple minutes. I go back over to my autoresponder, and I would repeat that process through the entire course. And lo and behold, like, the wake up call here for everybody is, for those of you guys that are listening, like if you're not monetizing your list, if you're not sending emails and making money, then this was the type of thing where I would literally watch what Matthew did. I would send out an email, and then I would go to ClickBank and I would hit refresh, and I would literally see the sales go up. And it's like, you just kind of have to be like, okay, this works, period. And when you kind of, you take the emotion out and you step outside of yourself and you look at like the black and white. When you learn the right ways to do things and to properly monetize your list, you're going to win. And for me, that's what this system does. That's what this system teaches. That's what this community teaches. And I just focus on those basic, simple principles of, working on you, driving traffic, and following up the right way. That's truly what I get out of it. And to be able to, for me and my team and you and your team and the community, to be able to put out that value and teach those simple principles day in and day out that are going to help people monetize our list and get real life results, that's where it's at.
Yeah, you said one thing that you said a few times, but I haven't touched on it yet, which is working on yourself, which is personal development, which is the mind, my friends. That's a huge piece of what we talk about here inside the community, because who knows what the actual percentage is, but it's something like, the results come from 20% actual work and actions being taken, and then 80% is probably just the mind, somewhere around 80%. Because the people that fail in this stuff, they somehow convince themselves to fail. Like that's literally all it is, because the basics and the fundamentals and the revenue producing activities are very simple and easy and like repeatable, So like if you can't do them, then you're self-defeating before you even get started, or maybe you get started a little bit and you're like, you take your foot off the gas or whatever, like just put it down, like decide, commit, and give it your all for once. Because, if you're watching this video, then you probably have tried other stuff in the space here, and you probably have had little to no success at it, or you're just not making the kind of money you want. And I would like to change that for you. So if you think that the stuff that we talked about today sounds cool, if you think that it can help you, then you can come into our community and work with us personally. Daniel's a leader here now. He's going to be the next 6-figure earner, probably 7. And it's just like, do you want that to be you? Because we're here to help you. We're inside the community. You can come in there. You can talk to us live. We'll chat with you in the Facebook group, and we'll help you get to where you want to be, where you should, where you deserve to be in your life. So, I guess with that, Daniel, let's sign out of here, man. Awesome call. But any final thoughts, man? Any final questions for me before we go?
No, I just want to thank you for taking the time out. I'm sure we'll do more of these videos in the future, but it's just been a pleasure. I mean, like I've barely been in the community for maybe 3 months now, and already, we're jumping on Zooms, and you're helping me, personally grow my business, and we're helping people inside of the community build and grow. So I'm sure for you guys that are watching, if you want to be part of the list leverage community, if you want to get started, if you want to get all in and just go for it, somewhere around this video is a link. Hit that, join us, join our team. You can use us as your own personal leverage. Use us to help you monetize your list, build your list, make more money. We're here for you, and we just wanted to be able to be here for you, showcase Matthew, and answer questions about the system. And I couldn't be more excited right now. I don't know about you, Matthew. I'm super excited. I think the rest of this year is going to be amazing. And the cool part is, I've already been having some of these conversations with folks, is that like we're already starting to plan out 2022 and where we're going for the long haul. And this is it, man. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, no, very, very exciting, very exciting. So live events coming in the near future as well. And look forward to that. And then also, I just want to say to anyone listening, guys, Daniel has my full endorsement. If you're looking to get started with this, there could not be a better mentor and leader for you to follow. Join with Daniel, get started. He will make sure that if you are willing to put in the work, he'll make sure you're successful. So that's that, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys hopefully inside the group, inside the community, and help you grow a big, fat, viral email list that helps you get free in your life. So that's that, guys. Take care. See you.
All right. See you guys soon. Thanks a lot. Click that button. Get started.